Applying for a job can be hard, especially during times of sudden change like getting laid off. Joining me live this morning is certified financial planner and author Shinobu Hindert with ways you can navigate job uncertainty. Good morning and thanks for being here. What advice would you give to people who are looking to update their resume?
Good morning. The key is to be proactive. So you hit the nail on the head. Regularly update your resume, and you can start with your LinkedIn profile. Make sure it's current to reflect the latest jobs and professional accomplishments that you have. I would also utilize job matching platforms like Indeed and lean into these AI enhancements they've made for job seekers. As long as you stay active, you'll show up as an instant recommendation for employers. And many people are concerned about their future opportunities because they feel like their industry is saturated. So through Indeed, they can match you with jobs that may be out of your industry, out of your comfort zone, but are based on your skill set. So utilize these resources first.
That is awesome, great information. I'm also wondering, how can someone save money to build a savings fund or a financial savings fund?
The whole object is to be proactive rather than reactive to the situation. So first, I would do an assessment of your savings in the event that you lose your job, or maybe you take a pay cut, or you have to get a job that wasn't paying as much. So the goal is to save about 3 to 6 months worth of your living expenses just to cushion against that, and automate your savings. Right now, places like SoFi, Ally Bank, Fidelity, their savings account or money markets are paying anywhere to 4 to 5%. So you're earning a lot of money on those as well. But start with your monthly budget. Look at what are unnecessary expenses, cut them out now, and just set up automatic contributions to these types of savings accounts. Even if you're just starting with $50, just put it in there and set it aside for yourself. And then I would prioritize what are essential expenses, things that you can't live without, and see what is that running you every month. That's things like groceries, your mortgage or your rent, insurance. So you have a baseline of what you need to cover, and then match that up against what you currently have saved, and be graceful with yourself. Don't look at those numbers and freak out. Again, even if you're just starting with $50 a week, put it in there, set it aside.
That's some good advice. And what should people do if they get laid off? What's the next step for them?
I would contact any debts that you owe. I would just call and find out, is there any grace period? Would they lower your interest rate? Again, be proactive. You don't want to do this when you're starting to miss a payment. You want to do this ahead of time. I would do that, and then again, quickly cut out unnecessary expenses, and then go to these job platforms like Indeed, even through LinkedIn, so you can stay informed about new opportunities and be alerted when jobs are available, and you can add those features to those platforms.
And tell us how you can manage your job without manage your money without a job. I know that you wrote a book and it's titled Investing in Your Superpower. So kind of tell us a little bit about why you decided to write this and how people can save.
In my previous life as a certified financial planner, I was helping many families that had, $500,000, $1 million or more. And I was going, you know what, there's a lot of people that don't have that, and they need this head start of how to get there. And we're not taught this in school. So the more I was talking to people that were professionals and they're going, wait a minute, I don't know any of this, it really drove me to say, anybody can buy a book, anybody can afford that. You don't need to have millions of dollars to work with a professional, and just to lay that groundwork for how you should be getting started. And I wrote this because the industry has changed dramatically with technological enhancements. So there are no investment minimums. There's not all these fees. When I started in the industry, there were, but now those barriers are taken away. So really anybody can get involved, and you have to start with the education first, so you feel comfortable that you're making informed decisions.
That's some smart stuff. Thank you. And tell us, what are some trending jobs in the Houston area? How can people apply? What do they need to know?
Some trending jobs, and of course this is also reflective of the time of year, but educators, speech therapy, mental health professionals, office specialists, cloud engineering, those have all had significant growth in the last six months within the Houston area.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. You gave some really great tips. Everyone that was listening was able to get an insight. And of course, we're going to check out your book. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.